You mentioned a couple times fear and how if we're not careful, fear will take over. That is no more true than in 2020. My goodness.
Yep.
I mean, you talk about if anyone has had any little trace or hint of fear inside them, it has gotten blown into huge proportions this year because of all the
Yes.
uncertainty that's around us. We don't need to go into all the detail about that, but man, what you're giving is such an antidote that I think everybody needs, because fear has become pervasive and it is the most contagious of all the kind of human conditions that we have. So boy, I'm so glad you're mentioning this. So here's a question I have for myself around the vision board. You can help me with, and I think I know what you're going to say, but I'm going to ask it anyway. Is a vision board about what you want to achieve, or is a vision board about how you want to be?
It's about being.
Okay, so more about how you want to
be. Yeah, that doesn't mean you can't put the vacation house picture on it, because there's being in that, right? But we want to get away from the stuff. The stuff is distraction and noise.
Yeah.
Stuff is goals. It's about what you want to be, like qualities.
So what I put on there, so I would, if I want to write another book, I wouldn't necessarily want to, maybe I don't necessarily have to have that on the vision board. It's more about how I would feel or how I would be in the world, in that place.
So I'm a theologian at heart too, so I'm a both and. It can be both. It's really what you want to be. You want to be an author. You want to put more of what you have to offer out in the world. So there's not a right answer here, right? We're stripping out the shoulds. Whatever you want to be daring and bold to put on a vision is the right thing. If that's the book, put the book. If it's what the book produces in the world, put that. Put both.
Okay, so it could be both and. All right, nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. I'm sure I could stay on number one by itself for the rest of our time, but we probably should go to number two. So what's number two?
Yeah, that's good. They're all related. They build. So the second one is knowing your strengths. So part of my practice is really helping clients articulate their strengths, because again, most of us can't name those or know what they are. And so that's a process to figure that out. Gallup, lots of folks know the Strengths Finder is what it used to be called. Now it's the Clifton Strengths Assessment. I do that assessment with almost all of my clients because it's a really helpful tool in terms of articulation. And it's almost always affirmative. I've never had a client say, oh, they got it wrong. It's always like, oh my gosh, they read my soul. Like they know who I am, And so knowing your strengths is important because it goes back to this piece around fear that we talked about. Because if we are tapping into our strengths, if our strengths are in alignment, where we work, how we live, at home, all those things, that's where Gallup's even has research on this. You're 3 times likely to say you're happy if your strengths are in alignment with your work and your life.